Hey guys, Dewback here, back in with another review. Today we're having a look at these Star Wars The Black Series Sand Trooper and Dewback. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, now as I said before, today we're having a look at the Dewback. He comes with a Sand Trooper, which we've seen before. Amazing. But, yeah, this is definitely a piece that's a little bit on the tricky side to review, especially when your floor is covered in crap and you have no room. So, I'm going to do this the best I can. If it sucks, well, that's too bad. Yeah, I'm not a professional. You know what my gimmick is? F you. That's what my gimmick is. So, with that being said, we're just going to jump right into this. Obviously, I didn't zoom out. For this part of the video because this thing is just so freaking massive. I got it all in frame. I wanted most of it in frame for the other parts, and this is the only way that works, is having 3 clips that essentially are the same. So with that being said, again, just going to jump right into it, starting off with the Sand Trooper. We're going to make him quick because the main focus here is this big, sexy lizard beastie that he is riding on. Isn't that right, fella? Yep. So with that being said, let's get into Sand Trooper's accessories. And taking a look at the Sand Trooper's accessories, got his nifty backpack here. Looks kind of ugly from this side, but looks pretty decent from that side. It's got the little pig, and then it's supposed to go on the hole on his back. Hopefully we can do this in a relatively short amount of time, because this thing can be a pain in the butt. I mean, I wouldn't call this the most practical way to peg a backpack onto a figure, but it's just me. There we go. It's in. Now, he does have a little trouble standing with it on. Kind of want to bend his feet forward. I mean, granted, 80% of Black Series figures, their feet joints suck. There you go. He does stand. I'm not going to go over this guy's articulation, mostly because I went over it the other day with Captain Rex figure. So you go into my channel, you can find that review, watch that at your own leisure. But things to note, he's got the gray pauldron here instead of the orange or the black or the white one. And other than that, he's pretty much the same. His wear, his dirt scuffs, sand scuffs, what have you. Desert battle wear. It's a little different from the other figures of the Sand Trooper, so that's always nice. Like the orange one, I think, was like just a tan Stormtrooper, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, looks good. Also comes with this nifty rifle here, which I don't know if this is supposed to peg in anywhere, but it's got this little peg here that's serving like no purpose at all. I don't know what that's for, but it kind of looks like it's supposed to peg into something, and it doesn't, and it bugs the crap out of me. This is the same gun, I believe, that's used with 4LOM. Bastard, I can't find. And then he also comes with a prod for the Dewback, and this thing is a long... You can use this for shish kebabs. That's how long it is. And obviously he holds both of them pretty well. The prod's a bit loose, but you stand him on a table or something, it ain't gonna go nowhere. And then his gun will just go into his hand pretty easily. So there you go. I mean, it's the Sand Trooper. What do you expect? So, with that being said, let's move on to the real star of the set, the Dewback. And holy moly, this thing is huge. Well, it's not necessarily tall. I mean, here is the Sand Trooper next to it. And you can see he's not that much taller than the Sand Trooper, about a head maybe. Even though I think he should be bigger, but I'm not going to complain. It's massive. The saddle's a separate piece, but once you peg it in, you're probably not going to want to pull it off. I mean, it'll give you a big, fat, impressive-looking hole on the back, but that's about it. But looking at this thing, look at that face. that is Dewback sexiness right there. It's fantastic. His mouth will open. It's pretty cool. His tongue will move around there. Mouth will close up. He's got like a double ball joint going on in the head or something. Because he can look side to side quite a bit. Yeah, that's cool. His legs will move forward and back. He's got a hinge in the elbow. He's got a hinge in the feet. His toes will hinge. His thumbs will hinge too. Although with this figure, most of this articulation is 100% useless. His back legs will move a little bit. He's got some hinge action in the back little knee there. He's got a hinge in the ankle, but it's a little stiff on this side. He's got a rocker, toe hinge, or thumb toe hinge. I don't think I said this one as a rocker, but it does. Then the tail's on a ball joint, double ball joint. So, plenty of movement, but most of it's useless because of how this character is. That's just all there is to it. And yeah, but I guess since he is here, mounting the stormtrooper, or the sand trooper I should say, on it, pretty simple. You just want to get him into a good sitting position. Let me take the weapons out of his hands. Let me try and pan the camera up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. You're not going to see what I'm doing, but you know that my intent is good. All you want to do is get him in a seated position, like so, and you just put him on like this. Mine likes to stay on, probably because I'm doing it, I don't know. But then you just slide the little stirrup. It ain't a stirrup, but whatever this is called, slide that in, and there you go. You got your sand trooper mounted on the Dewback. That looks pretty cool. So that being said, let's go. Yeah, let's get into some size comparisons. Alrighty, and since this review is definitely more awkward than really intended, here is Spider-Man and Lando next to the Sand Trooper and the Dewback, who's chilling out back there, so you can get a gist of how big the thing is. It's pretty big. It's heavy, thick, but it's not very tall. I mean, these guys are sticking out a hell of a lot more than they usually are. Probably about a good 3 to 4 inches to Spider-Man's arm there, between him and the backdrop there. So definitely got some size to him, but he's just not that tall. And some people think it's a problem. I don't really think it's a problem. I think it's cool. But yeah, so for the most part, I'd say this is pretty well in scale. I mean, it's not this big. It's that big. So that tells you anything. There you go. So with that being said, time to move on to final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts, I really like this set. It's got everything you could possibly want. Granted, the backpack on the Sand Trooper, not gonna lie, it sucks. Piece of crap. I don't like how it connects, but other than that, the Dewback is fantastic. The Sand Trooper, you know, it's a stormtrooper essentially with a pauldron. So that's always nice to get more troopers. And, you know, the weapons are, you know, standard Black Series fare. I'd rather they were all black than all neon pink. Looking at you, Marvel Legends. And, yeah, if I was going to rate this, the price is going to knock it down a point or two. I'd say for $60 you should be getting a little bit more, because I'm pretty sure the Sand Troopers are supposed to have, like, I think they come with the E11s. And the rifle with the strap dealie on it. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But I think for $60 you could have got those two little parts and then maybe make the Dewback just a little bit bigger. He seems big, but he does feel a little on the small side. That's not going to be a major complaint with me because I don't care. But at the end of the day, it's a thing I've noticed across the reviews of this dude, and I think it's something that should be addressed if you're going to charge $60 for essentially what used to be $40 to $50 worth of product. I mean, we got a Wampa and a Luke Skywalker 2-pack for $40. What happened to that? But say as they say, this is definitely a good piece, but I'm afraid it's going to probably rank between an 8 and 9, and probably not make it on the top 10 Black Series of the year, most because it's so out there compared to the rest in terms of price and what it actually is, and then the fact that it essentially just comes with a repaint as a extra figure as opposed to a new figure, which, well, what else are you going to get with a Dewback? A Death Star gunner? I don't think so. So, with that in mind, it's really good. If you're in the Black Series, definitely buy it. But if you're a casual collector, probably gonna want to wait a little bit because it is a bit pricey, I think, and I don't know if you're necessarily getting the bang for your buck here. So, yeah, 8 to 9 for me. So, with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I know I bored myself as much as I bore you probably with these videos. Why do I do them? I don't know. But until next time, catch you guys later. Ending train wreck now.